Hi, I have more Finmore Transact card updates for you. And thank you so much to the person who sent me this information and laid it out very simply so that I can share it with everyone else. I really appreciate it. What is Finmore or Transact Card? Transact Card was a multi-level marketing company that just disappeared January 31st, I think, and then suddenly changed into this other thing called Finmore, another multi-level marketing company. A lot of participants still now, if you just look up Transact Card on Facebook, believed this was going to be around forever. Transact Card isn't going anywhere. And they were recruiting people into this MLM right up until January 31st. And then all of a sudden it changed into this new entity called Finmore. So people would be recruited into this thing at $495 a person for the business opportunity, the ground floor business opportunity. And it just dropped to like $199, I think, for Finmore when it changed overnight. Now, people at the top of these pyramid schemes, they knew what was going on. And this new company, it was already like this Finmore, which we've just found out, according to my source. Thank you very much. The real company is called Flourish Direct Company. And then there's this other thing called Flourish Direct Holdings Company, which is operating out of a virtual office in Wyoming. These two companies are operating out of this same virtual office in Wyoming that has the same address. So let's just get into all this information that was sent me. And hopefully we can help some of these participants out that want their money back, or warn others to stay away from this, because this is sketchy and it's not good. All right. This is the terms of service with Finmore. Now, it was dated February the 1st, 2024. And I know when you look at things like this, it can be, oh no, it's too many words. This is going to be legalese. I don't want to look at this, but it's not that bad. I'm not going to be reading the whole thing, just certain sections of it that are really important for people to see, especially the participants. Before you sign this thing, you waive all your rights to ever even participate in a class action lawsuit. And it says it in bolded letters. And it's not the first time I've seen a multi-level marketing company do that. So I wouldn't be signing this thing, not with this track record that Transact Card has. Okay, so it says, thank you for visiting Finmore.com, and then operated by Flourish Direct LLC, a Wyoming limited liability company, DBA. I looked that up. It's called it stands for doing business as Finmore. So the company apparently is called Flourish Direct LLC, which was just filed on January the 24th of this year, which I'll show you. But before we get to that, I just want to read a bit of these terms and conditions. Okay. The next thing that I wanted to show you is this part. Look at this. It says, please read this agreement carefully to ensure that you understand each provision. This agreement contains a mandatory individual arbitration and class action jury trial waiver provision that requires the use of arbitration on an individual basis to resolve disputes rather than jury trials or class actions. The alarm bells are going off for me, and they should be going off for you too. So that means every one of these Transact Card Finmore participants that sign this thing, they have to go, wrangle down a customer service representative? Because I've had a number of messages from people still within this MLM. How bad do you think this MLM is when you have people that are in it reaching out to anti-MLM content creators for assistance because they're not getting it from their own company or their own Facebook groups? They're too afraid to ask. This is what happens in commercial cults. And how awesome is it that so many of these good people have worked up the courage to reach out to the anti-MLM movement? It's incredible to me. And I don't have the answers on how to get your money back. That seems to be the most common question. And I'm hoping that maybe someone could give you an answer. So I made stories yesterday on Facebook and Instagram, and I keep making videos here. And if you see, and I've seen people in the comment section as well, it's like, have you heard of a way that we can get our money back or not? And I just don't know at this time. But this is alarming to me when you can see that you're supposed to deal with an arbitration basis when people can't even get a straight answer from customer service. Somebody I was speaking with they contacted Finmore, they were sent to Transact Card sent them back to Finmore. How do you think the arbitration process is going to go with this stellar track record of a company already? I wouldn't have any hope in this. They're trying to prevent people from banding together, talking with each other and saying like, look at this. They promised me this. I mean, you guys have all the evidence you need. There's like a virtual paper trail up the wazoo with this Transact card. I'd keep all your emails because I'm sure, and there's probably Zoom training calls maybe you have access to, maybe you've downloaded, maybe you've started to train your team on them. But you have all the evidence that you need to show that Transact card lied to you and didn't deliver on what it promised you and then tried to gaslight you. And you might be really confused and angry and upset and afraid right now where you're looking at it and you're like, no, that can't be reality. Maybe I'm misreading it. You start to gaslight yourself, but you still have it. You have it in front of you. You might not be able to fully comprehend it right now, but you are a part of this caught up in this horrible scam, and I'm so sorry for you. But keep your emails. So even if you move them into an archive, maybe you're getting really mad and you just want to delete everything and get rid of it. Coming from someone who was deep in multi-level marketing for 5 years and has taken to speaking out, I wouldn't delete them. I would just put them in another folder, like archive them, get them out of your site, but have them there just in case. Because you just never know. So that's a piece of advice for you. Okay. I don't like that you're waiving your right to have a jury trial or a class action. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. And now I just want to scroll down to this section C. And I know this looks like, oh, it's like too much, but it's not that much. I'm going to just go a couple sentences at a time and explain to you why this is terrifying to me and why I believe it should be terrifying to you too, because we're looking at this in reality. You have to strip away the promises, the pressure, the intimidation, the fear tactics. You have to take away the religious belief, the unquestioning belief that this company is going to be something really good. And this is just like Google and Amazon and every startup goes like this. You have to strip that all away because that's not reality. Numbers don't lie. So you need to look at what is going on right in front of you as Finmore, as opposed to what you want it to be, what other people in this one Facebook group tells you it could be, what they're trying to intimidate you into believing that people are hating you and that is not reality. That's not looking at what is the fact. And the fact is these terms are alarming. So this application process for membership, when you sign up with a multi-level marketing company, typically you need to give them your social insurance number if you're in Canada, and I think it's a social security number if you're in the US. This is for income tax purposes, because if you do earn any money, this is before expenses, then you're going to get a T4 slip if you're in Canada. But the amount of information that this Finmore is wanting from you, they have this other feature called All Card. That's where I tripped up there. But you were enrolled in TransactCard. You'd given your information to TransactCard. Now they have pulled the rug out from underneath you. You're like, surprise, we're Finmore. Now you've got to sign this. And we have the right you need to give us even more information. And we have the right to request more information from you at any time and give it to third-party service providers, which we don't mention. Looking at the track record, again, this is what I'm really encouraging you to do, is to just take a deep breath, a pause, get out of your Facebook groups and look at what is being presented to you as if this is normal business. This is not normal business. They haven't delivered anything yet. Most people, they weren't even able to get into their back office, as we could see in other content that I made from various Facebook groups. And they're being virtually yelled at when they have any kind of question or criticism in these Facebook groups. And some of these participants try to come into my comment section, which they find out they get removed. Toot sweet. Not here, not in my comment section. There's a lot of other creators that allow all comments. I'm just not one of them. There's space for everyone here at my table, just not you. Okay, back to this thing. When you apply for a membership for personal use, it is mandatory to submit your personal details. This personal information includes your name, contact details, date of birth, and other identifiers, address verification, personal ID, and other documentary evidence to validate your identity and personal information. How much information are they required? Why is this? Is this because they're pretending to be affiliated with what, a bank? Are they a bank? Are they a bank card? They're just taking your banking information and they're tying it to this thing called an all card, which they don't actually have. You don't actually have a physical card. And then you're going to earn what, rewards that you can cash in at a store. Who knows if it exists or was going to be as an abysmal failure as the Z Club store was. All this still hasn't come into existence. And we're supposed to believe that TRANZACTCARD that's just gone, surprise, now it's Finmore, that we're supposed to give you even more personal information. What other documents do you need? Why do you need so much information? And who are all these third-party service providers, which I haven't got to yet? That's the little, that's the foreshadowing, but we're getting to it. Okay. We share your personal information with our program managers, sponsor bank or banks, and various third-party service providers to evaluate your eligibility for the services, your eligibility. They'll take anybody that gives them money and a heartbeat. There's not a vigorous vetting process here. Are you kidding me? This is what I believe. I believe that this is couched in this way to make it seem like there's this process that you have to apply for in order to get into this incredible opportunity called Finmore. And they're going to take anyone, but they're asking for a lot of your personal information, and I really wonder why. The accuracy of the personal information you supply is crucial for the initiation and ongoing management of your membership. What are they doing? How hard is this? You have a card, you're swiping it, or you register your bank card and then you swipe it, and then for every $1, what do you spend? You get a Fin credit, and then you can go into the Fin store. What exactly is so complicated here that you require this much personal information from people that you can then ask for them to remit again and to have constant credit checks done? Oh, that gets further on in this paragraph. It gets better. Why is this so unnecessarily complicated? And why isn't this being upfront and said, this is what's being asked of you when you join Finmore? This is pretty darn important, if you ask me. Why aren't representatives telling future representatives this, participants that they're trying to recruit? Does anybody even know this? Or is everybody just really uncomfortable and too afraid to say anything? That's what I think is going on. Should your personal information be outdated, incomplete, or incorrect, we reserve the right to reject your application, suspend the services, or terminate your membership. Additionally, throughout the duration of this agreement and in the course of using the services, we may request further personal information from you for identity verification, account management, and financial assessment purposes. Can you imagine? We need more information from you because we got to give it to more third-party service providers. This sounds really good. There's a lot of syllables in here. It's like, this must be a totally legitimate company. What else do you need? Do you want my passport too? Okay, I love Finmore. I love orange. Orange is the new black. I'm not thinking because I'm brainwashed. You explicitly agree and authorize us to obtain additional personal information about you from our vendors and third-party sources solely for the purpose of risk assessment and fraud prevention, which includes acquiring information from credit reporting agencies and information bureaus. What is Finmore up to? What did you think you were signing up for? What multi-level marketing company does this? This is just gross. You authorize such entities to compile and provide this information to us. This may involve acquiring details like names, addresses, credit histories, and other relevant data. You acknowledge our use of personal information to verify any other details you provide and understand that the information we gather may influence our evaluation of your potential risk to our business. I wouldn't trust my personal information. I wouldn't trust Finmore as far as you could throw them. And they're like the Okotoks Rock just outside of Calgary. That remnant from a glacial age? No way. No way. What are you going to be doing? How are you going to be explaining this to potential recruits when they come across this video? And you're going to dismiss it? Well, it's not really that bad. Finmore is really a good company. They would never do anything wrong. You're going to vouch for this company that just came into an existence on January 24th. when all these Transact card representatives were told to keep recruiting into Transact card until January 31st. And this new company, this Flourish Direct and Flourish Direct Holdings, was filed on January the 24th. Doesn't that seem like this shouldn't be allowed to happen? Doesn't this seem unethical at the very least? That these people knew that Transact card was going to no longer to exist, and it was going to change into something else called Flourish Direct, and then operate as, or doing business as, Finmore. So then all these people who had recruited others into Transact card up until January 31st at $495 a DBO, now suddenly Finmore is going to be $199 a person. And what is going on with these commissions that a lot of people still haven't been paid for? And they're shamed and intimidated into asking when are they going to get their commissions. It just goes on and on. This is only section C. I didn't even look at anything else. And to me, this whole thing was just alarming as all get out. I mean, look at that. I don't know what they're doing with all your personal information. This is like the house is on fire run. Okay, the next thing that I want to show you is this tab. So this is, and I'm going to share all the links below. Oops. So then you can do your own research too. So I typed in the Flourish Direct and this Flourish Direct LLC, and this is what came up. So it was initially filed January the 24th, 2024 in Wyoming. And this address is interesting. This principal office and mailing address are both the same, 680 South Cache Street Suite in Jackson, Wyoming. Why is that important? Because I'm going to toggle over to this next tab here. And we're going to see this other company called Flourish Direct Holdings LLC, which interestingly enough was also filed on January the 24th, 2024. And look at this. It also has the same office and mailing address as Flourish Direct, 680 South Cache Street Suite. What is going on at 680 Street, South Cache Street Suite, whatever? Well, here's what's going on at that address. Well, it's a virtual office in Jackson, Wyoming. That's what's going on at this address. So two companies are filed on January 24th, 2024. And they're both operating out of this virtual office in Jackson, Wyoming. I'm going to scroll down here. And it says Mountain Business Center LLC is located in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and offers several different virtual office packages to help you establish and run your business from the tax and business-friendly state of Wyoming. Mountain Business Center LLC's virtual office package includes weekly scanning or forwarding of your mail to any place in the world. So who are the people behind these two companies? Why isn't that information available? Why is it apparently hidden? Why is it so difficult for us to find out? And it should be publicly available, especially in terms of what's happened with Transact card. Why aren't Finmore participants able to know what this company is called, which is not actually called Finmore? The company is called Flourish Direct, and then there's this other thing called Flourish Direct Holdings. And who are the people behind it? Who are the owners? Is Richard Smith one of the co-owners of this thing? How can we find out that information? Don't you think that would be good information? Wouldn't that be information that people should have access to in order to make a business decision to get in at the beginning of a ground floor business opportunity, like is being offered by, and this is tongue in cheek, this isn't a business, like is being offered by Finmore? I think so. People are well within their rights to have access to all this information, to make an informed decision. People aren't able to make an informed decision. This is very interesting. You can also receive assistance with opening a Wyoming bank account without having to come to Wyoming. And Mountain Business Cantor, they've had a spelling mistake there, can also help you navigate the Wyoming trust process. We have conference room rentals, and we can also registered, they made another spelling mistake, your company with the state of Wyoming and act as your Wyoming registered agent. So are the people that behind this company, that own this company, these two companies, are they even in Wyoming? What's going on? I was editing this video and I went back and I clicked on this initial filing, and I should have done this first, but this is where we're at. My YouTube skills are improving, so please bear with me. So I clicked on this thing and I want to show you what I found here. So this shows the limited liability company articles of organization, and it has the name of the limited liability company as Flourish Direct LLC. The name and physical address of the registered agent of the limited liability company is Mountain Business Center. Then we have those two addresses that we saw in both Flourish Direct and Flourish Direct Holdings, which is that Mountain Business Center virtual office. The organizer of the limited liability, Mountain Business Center. Who are these people behind this company? And then we have a signature, Jonathan Bextel. Now I'm going to just toggle off this because I don't want to show the email address or phone number, just because I don't know. I just don't want to do that. But you can access this yourself. Like if you go and you look online, it's available. But all it shows is this registered agent of this individual who is affiliated, I believe, with Mountain Business Center. So you don't know. You don't know who or what is behind this company. I don't know how to find it. I mean, it shouldn't be this difficult, you know? It should be pretty easy. Shouldn't it? I don't know. So I went to the next one, Flourish Direct Holdings, and I clicked the link and I'll show you what I found. And it's the same thing. It's the same business center. Look at this. Flourish Direct Holdings, LLC, Mountain Business Center, same two addresses of the Mountain Business Center office or virtual office, and then Mountain Business Center. And then we've got Jonathan Bextel, registered agent again. So there's some more information for you. So I wanted to share that with you. And it's a little bit more information that than you're probably getting from your own company if you're in Finmore or TRANZACTCARD. And what a shame that is, that you need to look at anti-MLM content to find that out. There you go. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I have a number of Finmore TRANZACTCARD participants that aren't very happy with me. They keep watching my content. And I know they're probably watching this too, because I know it's irresistible. You can't take your eyes off it. You're so mad. And you're just baffled at how quickly I can remove your comments. And I know that you're just amazed at how much content I'm able to produce, which is interesting because I'm outproducing you. In fact, I outproduced you when I was in MLM, and I'm outproducing you now. Hardly takes any time with the skills that I honed when I was deep in multi-level marketing. Making YouTube videos now on the outside of this, it's a breeze. Are you still here? Well, I'm glad you are, because I have a bonus for you, a free training for all Finmore representatives. Now, many of you just aren't postured around your network marketing business, and I know some of you aren't going to like to hear this. Most of you aren't going to like this. Some of you are going to just want to check out right now. Most of you really need to hear this, though. Most of you don't understand what it really takes to show up powerfully. You've been playing small your whole life. You're listening to like the 5 people that you spend the most time with. When you're postured around your network marketing business, the definition that I like to use is having the belief in what you have regardless of external acceptance or approval. That means you keep showing up until you keep showing up despite. It doesn't matter how many videos are made about your company, how many anti-MLM content creators are criticizing your company. Do you think when I became the top income earner of my multi-level marketing company after 17 different multi-level marketing companies that I paid any attention to what any hater said? Calling it a pyramid scheme, I proved them all wrong, and you can too. It's time to stop playing small. It's time to stop wasting your time watching anti-MLM content and leaving these comments. Do you think that makes you show up powerfully, or do you think that makes you show up weak? You know, other people are watching. This is why your downline isn't growing. This is why you aren't ranking up. Because you don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. And who you are right now is weak, and you're scared. and you're not postured around your multi-level marketing business. Fortunately, I have a new 6-week course that I'm offering right now, and it's in conjunction with my new business opportunity for high altitude potatoes. I have a new course made specifically for struggling network marketers just like you. People that may have been leaders in another multi-level marketing company, but for some reason are getting bogged down in limiting beliefs. This offer is good for 24 hours and it only costs you $397. Drop 4 potatoes in the comments below to receive your special 20% discount code. I know it's annoying. I keep going. I just won't end this video. Thank you so much to everyone coming over from CC Suarez, Chelsea. Chelsea, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Okay, this one is really goodbye. See you in the next video.